Christmas? Christmas! Yes, it's Christmas and I love it as much as the next person. Well, more than them. And actually, the person after that now I think about it. But because it's a special time, that calls for something different. And I couldn't really think of any Christmassy based games, so yeah, that's out. So prepare for TomatoGhost's very first film review! And on the menu today is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie, which, truth be told, I haven't seen for years. Probably like, I don't know, close to a decade. So, call me the TomatoGhost of Christmas past as we dive into this nostalgic flick. And it's not the creepy stop frame one. Should have probably opened with that. So the first thing I noticed is that Good Times Entertainment worked on this, who are famous for their Disney rip-offs. So clearly we're in safe hands. The film opens with the birth of Rudolph, who I'm going to assume is some kind of Jesus figure, under the light of some very flashy sprites showing off. Ah, you're gonna give me a seizure or something. Oh.
How about Rudolph?
Was that your first choice, or have you been stood there for hours? So his parents Blitzen and Mitzi teach him to walk. However, after a tumble, Rudolph's nose begins to glow. Abomination! And after a dramatic zoom in, we cut to the calm intro. But wait, it's jazz time!
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Sing it, man! And now that we're actually into the film, I must say that while the animation isn't amazing, I think it's serviceable. The character designs are nice and the colours are great and it really makes things pop out. It's certainly more pleasing than that terrifying stop motion style. Although it can get weird at times.
With Santa at the rain.
Don't eat me! Blitzen and Mitzi decide to take Rudolph outside to get him acquainted with the locals.
What? Yikes, look at that.
Oof! He's different! Oh! As you might expect, Rudolph's nose certainly gets people's attention, and Blitzen takes him away, hoping to avoid mockery.
I'll lock antlers with the next buck who makes a crack about my son's nose.
Oh, come on, dude, just lighten up. And because it's a 90s kids film, we have to have musical numbers.
Look at my little guy. Isn't he a cutie? This bouncing baby buck of mine, and his name is Rudy.
While I can't say the song is that great or even good, I will give credit to the vocal performances. Gary Chalk provides Blitzen's voice, and I think he does well enough. Gary Chalk, why don't I know that name? Struggling to think.
Need any help?
No! We also have Debbie Reynolds, who is always nice to listen to. Not quite on par with her performance in Charlotte's Web though, but that was... Just give me a minute. It's more the point of the song that concerns me. It is literally the entire village coming together and making fun of a kid. They even point and laugh when the song's over. Everyone! That's terrible! He's just a kid!
He has that certain spark.
Next we cut to a duo of elf postmen, post-elves, who...
We'll be up for a promotion before you know it!
...is voiced by Richard Simmons. What the fuck?
Hi!
And yeah, hijinks ensue where they crash into the ice sculptures of the ruthless ice queen, Stormella. Horrific crash site? Cheery music!
Maybe we should leave a note.
You numbskull! Then she'll know we're the ones who did it!
My hat!
Yeah, good priorities there, Doggle. We return to Rudolph's family as they show him Santa's workshop with a really pointless song. Yeah, nothing is progressed by this, and it's probably the worst song of the bunch. That and this elf here gets frozen. Are you alright there? That is sung by the Pointer Sisters, who gave us another Christmas classic. Okay, it's not a Christmas song, but the film is, and that's good enough for me. Suddenly, Stormella makes a grand entrance, who we quickly hear is voiced by Whoopi Goldberg, and she is just a delight.
Someone's in deep ice! Chill! Your elves vandalized my beautiful ice garden!
How do you know our elves are responsible?
Oh hey, it's Debbie Reynolds again. Well, that's nice. Stormella demands that Santa hand over the elves who destroyed her ice garden with only a hat as evidence. When Santa refuses to hand the elves over, Stormella declares that she will close her ice bridge, meaning that the entire village is cut off.
And if anyone from your village dares to cross it, I'll bury the North Pole in my biggest storm yet. I am talking snow and a wind chill factor that will knock your thermal socks off, baby!
Not my thermal socks! They're so warm.
Think we'll still get our promotion? Take it off.
Jeez, Boone, at least buy him a drink first.
Fantastic!
The plot progresses as we jump to Rudolph now in school and we
Good morning, yearlings.
hear Debbie Reynolds again. Did Good Times have her family hostage or something? Well, actually, since Carrie Fisher's her daughter and the Empire kidnapped her, actually, what I'm saying is that Good Times is the Empire. Anyway, as usual, everyone's a dick to Rudolph, that is except one doe called Zoey who Rudolph has a crush on, especially when she delivers one hell of an exposition dump.
It's every reindeer's chance to shine in front of Santa. And if you really impress Santa at the games, he may ask you to be a flyer one day.
Yes, thank you, Zoey. Of course, Rudolph runs away when the class make fun of him, especially Arrow, who I guess is the token bully of this film. Even the teacher doesn't try to comfort him. I could count the amount of nice people in this village on one hand. He hides out in the snow where he runs into Santa, voiced by John Goodman, who is actually just terrific. He's one of those actors that's just a perfect choice for Santa, even when it's just his voice.
You must be Rudolph.
So you're the deformed freak.
Everyone laughs at me. They call me names and stuff.
Yeah, laugh in his face, why don't you?
What really counts is what's inside our hearts.
Oh, that's nice. See, things like that are why. Whoa! Jesus, you could not just leap into a song like that.
Everybody's a somebody in Santa's family tree.
I will declare this right now. I love this song. I've heard this on repeat since starting this review and I don't regret it. John Goodman brings so much warmth to it. The instrumentals have a quintessential Christmas sound and dear God, it's catchy.
In Santa's family.
Just remember, if you're not part of Santa's family, you're nothing. And jumping to the Christmas Eve launch, we get another song that's a little different.
Your father looks so handsome in his harness.
Why in the holy fuck is Wonderful Christmas Time by Wings playing here? All the other songs in this film are original musical numbers, but we get this jarringly out-of-place song. The opening of this song is one of the most iconic Christmas openings out there. Why am I getting hung up on this? So Santa flies off into the night with animation that even I could do.
Merry Christmas!
Leaving Rudolph to his own devices until...
But most of all, I'd like to thank the doe of my dreams, Zoey.
Hey, she wasn't creeped out by what you're saying. Oh, he's totally in now.
I don't think your nose is funny at all. It's unique, just like you.
Oh, dude, she's totally into you.
We're under mistletoe. You're supposed to kiss me.
Well, someone's a little bit forward. What are you, like, 10? In reindeer years, I guess. Once again, we get another time jump. Jeez, they really want to finish this film quickly, don't they? The next scene's going to be Rudolph on his deathbed. Now though, Rudy, now voiced by Kathleen, insert My Little Pony joke here, Bar, is now a teenager about to finally participate in the reindeer games.
Yeah, I'm really glad we're friends.
Me too.
So, Rudolph and Zoey still aren't a thing? After this scene especially showing how they're both into each other?
Hey, she's my doe, understand?
And Zoe's with Arrow? Why the fuck did she do that? And why am I getting so involved in reindeer romance?
The first event of opening day, the sleigh race.
And Jesus, is this sleigh race murderous? More like sleigh race, am I right? That joke does not work phonetically.
Zoe's only nice to you because she feels sorry for you. She told me so.
So yes, Arrow's taunting sets off Rudolph's nose and blinds him, meaning Rudolph wins. Except that he gets disqualified, making Arrow the winner. Can we just give Arrow props for that? Instead of winning normally, which he was actually quite close to doing, he goaded Rudolph into blinding him, getting Rudy disqualified and winning by default. That is so convoluted I dare even call it genius. Unnecessary genius, but genius nonetheless.
But the nose problem isn't his fault. He was born that way. That nose of his was an accident.
Oh, well, taste that in the air. Tastes like metaphor. Of course, the shame gets to Rudolph and he decides to run away as the games continue. On the way out, he decides to get his own song and... I'm out here on my own. Dear God, does that voice not fit? How do you go from...
I'm sure he'll notice you too, Zoey.
to...
Though you're out of sight,
I'd say puberty was inordinately kind to you.
Give me a sign. I'm running out of time.
Oh God, Zoey, are you dying? what time? You can guess that this is the typical Oscar-based song of the film, and it's not that bad, honestly. The vocals could be better, but it's made up for the fact that during the credits, Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes, who you'd know for their duet of I've Had the Time of My Life from Dirty Dancing, sing a cover of it.
Show me the light, someone to lead guide me.
That is amazing.
Zoey?
He just spoke in his singing voice. Oh, no, you're not getting away with that. I let that skeleton bastard get away with it, but not you. Now a runaway, the sprites guide Rudolph to a cave to stay the night, not questioning where the rainbow lights came from, where we're introduced to easily the best character of the film, Slyly. Oh, how do I sum up Slyly? If Rudolph is Luke Skywalker and Zoey is Leia, skipping out the incest, that would make Slyly Han Solo. He's a lovable rogue who provides the more comedic moments of the film and is voiced by Eric Idle.
Oh, a wise guy, huh?
Doing a New York accent. I'd ask why not just get an American actor, but fuck you, it's Eric Idle.
Well, prepare to be evicted.
And Slyly's okay with assaulting a runaway teenager. That is until he loses and decides to be friendly.
What you running away from?
Who says I'm running away from anything?
Your family never understood you. You couldn't take it anymore, so you upped and you left.
You're good.
Well, you sound like Ash Ketchum with a cold, so you obviously a runaway, yeah.
When things get bad, just remember, it could always be worse.
Allow me to elaborate.
We've known you for like 10 seconds, you've already got a song. Oh wait, it's Eric Idle. Okay, go ahead.
If the glass looks half empty, and your prospects are low.
Now, I love Santa's Family, but I gotta say, this is probably my favourite song of the film. Eric Idle is always great to listen to, and the film delivers on another really catchy song. And I mean catchy. I hadn't seen this film for years, but guess what? I still remembered this song.
So for every step forward, there's a step in revoice.
That, and it's a song performed by Eric Idle about looking on the positive things in life. No, too obvious. However, it's at this point I really start to realise that there are loads of sound effects in this film. Almost constantly. Some that don't even fit.
Remember, it could always be wise.
Why would the sound of a sword being unsheathed be the sound you use for a character coming into frame? The film is just chock full of unnecessary sound effects.
Did you say unnecessary sound effects?
No, Petronius, don't do it!
I may have taken that too far.
Yeah, just a tad. Also, I'm not going to address the backup singers appearing and disappearing with the song, since the film doesn't either. Except that I just did. While enjoying the song, Rudolph's nose is set off again, but before Slyly can even get a word in, Rudolph snaps. However, what's the best way to cheer yourself up? Self-deprecating humor.
Is this a nose or a Christmas ornament?
When in doubt, hate yourself. That will always make you feel better. We cut back to the village where Rudolph's parents discover that he's run away. Zoey arrives to check if he's okay after the race.
Can I see Rudolph?
He's gone.
Yeah, no comforting thoughts there then. Just, he's gone. Sorry, Zoey.
I have to find him.
No, this is man's work.
And while the news that Rudolph's gone missing doesn't seem to faze Santa, Zoey going missing gets his attention. Yeah, that sounds about right. So he sends his best men on the job, the two elves who previously screwed over the entire village.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Yeah, for things like post-work, but saving two teenagers out in the wilderness? They could die! Meanwhile, Rudolph and Slyly get acquainted after fighting over Rudy's stuff and settle down for the night with Slyly forming an attachment to Rudolph's teddy bear. I'm just gonna roll with that. The next day, Zoey arrives at Stormella's ice bridge and dares to cross it.
I've gotta find Rudolph, even if it means crossing Stormella's bridge.
Except that if Rudolph had crossed it, there would be a massive blizzard already. I guess Rudolph's the only bright person in this film. And yeah, Stormella catches her. What do you think was gonna happen? Also, to the film's credit, I found the animation on Zoey running quite accurate. Don't know why, that just impressed me. I have weird priorities. Ah, fucking May and her ice walls. So of course Stormella kidnaps Zoey while the sprites do nothing. They helped Rudolph earlier but let Zoey get captured? Well, that's just terrible. And true to her word, Stormella creates a mighty storm with the wand we now know she keeps in her cleavage. Very important detail the animators had to get in there.
Red, wake up! Neverland!
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have slept under spikes. And with all this happening, we cut back to Boone and Doggle still on the search for Rudolph and Zoey.
See anything?
Just a lot of snow.
Won't be sweating to the oldies in this weather, will you, Boone? You do not know how long I've waited to make that joke.
You!
And as soon as that scene begins, we jump back to Rudolph and Slyly. This film has more plot lines than a Walking Dead episode.
Tickles my balls.
The duo find a new cave, however it turns out that someone else lives there. Well, they're dead. Okay, I mean, that's one plot line taken care of, I guess. I mean, that's the film.
Pardon the intrusion, friend. We're from the Bureau of Cave Safety.
What even was that paper and why do you have it?
This cave could collapse any minute. You gotta vacate immediately. No need to thank us, just doing our job.
Yeah, thanks for making him walk forwards. Where a cliff was. Rudolph calls Slyly out for being a dick. A lovable dick. But of course, the polar bear comes back and is weirdly voiced by Bob Newhart.
You tricked me.
I don't know why, but his decision of being this just surprises me. Disney I can get, but this? Yeah, no idea. But more importantly, I want to see the moment he realized he was being duped. How far did he walk before he went, hey, wait a minute?
I'm sorry we tried to trick you. We were just cold and hungry with nowhere to go.
Why didn't you say so in the first place? I am Leonard.
Turns out Leonard fits into our previously established Star Wars formula too, as he's basically Chewie. He's furry, he's nicer than Han Solo, and doesn't really change anything. Really, Leonard contributes nothing to the plot outside of letting them stay overnight. That's it. At least he's likable enough that it doesn't really bug me.
How'd you swing it, Red?
I just told him the truth.
New one on me.
Okay, that was actually pretty funny. During the night, Rudolph has nightmares about the bullying in the past and steps outside where he meets the sprites. But if they're the narrators, then aren't they intruding through the fourth wall? Can they do that?
Your friend Zoey is in terrible danger.
We could have helped her, but nah. They give Rudolph the determination to power his nose like a light and venture out to save Zoey. Not before getting Slyly and Leonard's help.
Hiya, Red. It ain't how it looks.
What do you think Rudolph was thinking? The trio reach the bridge and Leonard is surprisingly eager to help a couple of strangers he just met and go into a life-threatening situation. Well, except for Slyly, who decides to stay behind so he can totally not do the whole Han Solo bail and come back to save the day thing. Okay, the amount of Star Wars homages is getting very concerning now. I don't know why, but I love that Stormella has an alarm on her bridge. That's just brilliant. Oh, come on, the nose retreats like a lightsaber. This film really is Star Wars.
This must be the way in.
I think Leonard might be, simple. What? It's based on Lenny from Of Mice and Men? Jeez, let's hope it doesn't end the same way. The two of them enter Stormella's lair, however discover it's a labyrinth and start to get lost. That is until Zoey sings a reprise of Show Me the Light.
Follow her voice.
Well, thank fuck she did that just as they entered the lair. Otherwise, everyone would be screwed.
I'm never getting out of here.
Convenient!
Now stand back.
Oh boy, it's Leonard's time to shine.
It won't budge.
Why do you even get up in the morning? But whoops, Stormella catches them and now all three of them are locked up.
But it's almost Christmas. A storm will ruin everything.
Hit it, Ridley.
Okay, there was like no lead in for a song there.
I get a certain thrill.
Oh my.
I get a happy chill from the crush of avalanches.
It's only natural that we get a villain song, and again, it's not that bad. The chorus is certainly catchy, which seems to be the main thing the film has going for it. All the musical numbers, for better or for worse, are really, really catchy.
I'll bury that old gizzard in a wizard of a blizzard, and it's because I hate Santa Claus.
I'm sure she has a better reason to hate Christmas than Kate from Gremlins.
They pulled out my father. He slipped and broke his neck. Died instantly.
Which I still don't get. If he broke his neck going down the chimney, he would have been going head first. But no one does that, they go feet first. But if he did that, he must have broken his neck on the rooftop, and that would mean that he wouldn't got down the chimney in the first place, and just... God damn it, not again!
I hate Santa Claus.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You're saying you like Santa Claus?
I hate him!
Got it. Okay, got the message.
You'll never get away with this.
Just watch me.
Suffice to say, yeah, I think Stormella is probably the funniest thing in this film.
You're an evil old witch.
Flatterer. Remember, my little doe-eyed doe, you made the storm possible. Work that out in therapy.
I've ruined everything.
No, Zoey.
But I crossed the bridge.
I ran away.
Guys, I don't think we have time for this.
Rudolph, you mean everything to me.
Christmas is ruined! Well, it seems our heroes are trapped, except for their wild card.
See what happens when you leave a rescue mission to amateurs?
Oh yes!
You need the dungeon key to get us out!
How do I get myself into these things?
You got through Shrek the Third alive. What follows is actually a pretty entertaining scene where Slyly gets the key off of Stormella.
What are you doing?
Still in the key to the dungeon. Now go back to sleep.
Alright.
And with the key, they make their escape until they hit a split path.
That one!
This one!
Follow Slyly.
Fuck Rudolph! Except that it turns out to be a dead end, so I guess they should have followed Rudolph then. Yeah, thanks Slyly. Stormella corners the group while Ridley delivers a really weird line.
Naughty, naughty.
Nope, doesn't work. But when Stormella threatens to free Zoey, Rudolph runs in to defend her and uses his blinding light to stun Stormella, who stumbles off a cliff. Well done. The whole group teams up to save Stormella from falling.
The real superpower of
No, not worth it. However, since Rudolph saved Stormella's life, the rule of the North Pole declares that Rudolph gets a free wish. Slyly said it was true, and I'm too far into the film to start questioning things. I think I feel a little bit drunk too.
I want you to be nice.
What kind of wish is that?
No, I'm with Stormella. That's awful. Changing a person's free will and personality? Who's really the evil one here?
Cute little penguin.
And she's brain dead. Well done, Rudolph.
You don't look any different.
You of all people should know not to judge people by their appearance. You red glowing prick. So with Stormella now good and the team safe, they begin the trek home through the blizzard, but even Rudolph's nose isn't enough to make it through. Wait, that plot was going somewhere? Could have fooled me. With the blizzard still going, Santa has no choice but to cancel the Christmas launch. That is until Rudolph's light guides the team home, and Santa gets an idea, which means...
Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
Oh, he said the thing! He said the thing! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol? Santa makes Rudolph an official flyer as they prepare for the most treacherous launch yet.
Good luck, Rudolph.
Aww. Shut up. And we get another song as they fly through the storm, which, again, isn't that bad a song.
We gotta stick together. Make it all last forever.
I'm actually surprised rewatching this after all this time how many songs I like. I mean, they're not masterpieces, but I'll gladly listen to these in my own time. This one here is a good old-fashioned oh yes song.
Even though it's dark, blue skies are coming your way.
Hey, do I get any presents? Why, of course you don't. And of course they make it through the storm and deliver everyone's presents.
We made it!
Stormella gets her ice garden restored and does...
Merry Christmas, madam.
That, while Leonard is given Rudolph's scarf and Slyly, well... Okay, that's actually a really sweet moment. Which means it's time for the grand finale, which leaves the impression of, oh yeah, this film's based on a song, I forgot that.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Which really just reminds me of the abuse they put him through. Well, apparently people are allowed to hate you until they need you. That's the moral of the film, right? And that was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie. And my god, this was a long video. It's not great, but there's just something so likable about it. The character design, the voice acting, the background, the colors, the musical numbers. The latter especially. I'd actually recommend you go listen to some of these songs in full sometime. But yeah, I don't regret digging up this film after all these years. I just wish there was some way to end this video on like a special note or something. TomatoGhost, you have proven your dedication to the Christmas holiday, and I present you with a special gift to help you spread the cheer to others. Welcome to Santa's family. It's in the singing of a street corner choir. It's going home and getting warmed by the fire. It's true wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas. A cup of kindness that we share with another, a sweet reunion with a friend or a brother. In all the places you find love, it feels like Christmas. It is the season of the heart, a special time of caring, the ways of love made clear. It is the season of the spirit, the message, if we hear it, is make it last all year. It's in the singing of a street corner choir. It's going home and getting warm by the fire. It's true wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas. It's true wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas. It feels like Christmas. It feels like Christmas. Oh, ho, ho, ho. It feels like Christmas. This is a video I made, and this was a video you watched, so thank you for doing so. If you like what you saw for some reason, then go ahead and click the old like button. And if you want to see more rambling shit from a maniac, then go ahead and subscribe, because I've got more on the way, and I think 2017 was going to be a lot more, hopefully a more productive year. I aim to. I've got a new series starting that'll knock your thermal socks off. If you want more videos, you can click on the left for my review of Trapdoor. It's like an old stop-frame British show that's actually really good because that was a Halloween special as well. And on the right is my review for Pokemon Puzzle League for the N64. And in the middle, you can find a video from Petronius, who made a cameo in this video. That video is from his series Unnecessary Sound Effects, so if you want some really fucking good editing, go watch that. Well, I think that's all from me for 2016. So, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you all next year. Ta-ta! For another blooming Christmas.